Ideally, if you're trying to use just body weight to lose some body fat, as you start to lose that body fat, you should start expanding the kind of exercises that you're actually doing. Can you really build muscle with body weight? The plain answer is yes, but you've got a few really, really big limiting factors in that regard. So, if you really wanted to see a great example of people who build muscle with just their body weight, I don't know if they're still around or not, but I remember 5 or 6 years ago, there were some dudes called the Bar Stars, and they posted all this crazy pull up and body weight and plyometrics and all this stuff. And they were all shredded. I don't know if that's all they were doing, but it definitely gives some credence to the fact that you can build a pretty significant amount of muscle with just your body weight. The limiting factor to this in both directions is your own body weight. So do you weigh so much that you're really limited with body weight exercises? Do you weigh so much that you can't do a pull-up, do a push-up, do a full squat? Well, the reality is that you're not going to be able to build a ton of muscle. You're not going to be able to burn a ton of calories outside of just doing really, really high intensity plyometrics and stuff like that, and basically just trying to making the intention of your workout, let's burn some calories. But obviously you don't want that to be the only focus. You want to make sure that you're building muscle during this process as well. That way you're actually speeding your metabolism up, because if all you're doing is just burn calories, at some point in time, life's going to get in the way. You're going to go, fuck, I'm really busy, or I don't have time to do my workout today, or I'm stressed, or I'm this, or whatever it is. Life comes up. Life will make it to where you cannot burn those calories one of these days. It's just the reality. However, if you're actually building muscle, which, as I've said, it's kind of challenging to do if you're fairly heavy, you're not really going to speed your metabolism up at all. So you're not going to be able to maintain that weight loss over a period of time. So ideally, if you're trying to use just body weight to lose some body fat, as you start to lose that body fat, you should start expanding the kind of exercises that you're actually doing. Start trying out things that are more challenging. Could you not do a pull-up? Okay, well, try just some bar hangs, or try just some static holds. Get to a bar and just hold yourself at the top, or a push-up. If you can't do that, then just come down into the bottom of a push-up position and just feel yourself in that loaded push position. There's a lot of things that you can do to slowly work yourself into these things and to develop that strength, but again, still the limiting factor of your own body weight. However, if you are a very skinny person, like I was back in the day, I was 6'3", 140 pounds, could I have built muscle? To an extent. The thing about that is that you will gain weight with time, so arguably the amount of resistance that you have is going to start to go up as well. You're going to be lifting more weight. If you weigh 140 pounds, then you gain 5 pounds. Well, now you're lifting 145 pounds. So that resistance is going to increase, but it takes a long time to actually gain a significant amount of weight. So if all you're doing is just building these little teeny tiny bits of weight here and there, how much are you really increasing your resistance? How much muscle are you really going to be able to gain? So if you are one of these people where you're super light, you've also got to keep in mind that because that resistance doesn't increase that much, you've got to play around with a lot of different variables. So this is playing with tempos, playing with your reps and sets, your intensity. You can't mess with your intensity that much. Intensity meaning percentage of your 1 rep max. Intensity always gets confused with how intense an exercise is, and that's not necessarily the same thing. But are you going to make your exercise more intense, so to speak, meaning shorter rest times, just trying to make yourself sweat really hard? There's a lot of small variables that you can change here, but ultimately, if you're trying to build muscle and you don't weigh that much, just doing bodyweight exercises, you're going to have to play with all these tempos and all these different variables a lot to really, really get a strong muscle building stimulus out of it. But yeah, that was a solid question. Thank you, Jason. Hey guys, if you like this clip, please share this out to someone else who needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more, there's actually a whole podcast and a whole YouTube channel. So you can go find us at Pride Fitness and Movement on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, wherever you find your podcasts. go give us a follow, and we'll see y'all later.